Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of January 16th, 2019. Let's get right into it. First up, we got The Batman Who Laughs, number 2. Scott Snyder's miniseries with art from Jacques. First issue was amazing. I can't wait to see what happens in issue 2. But man, Batman Who Laughs is just a great character. So yeah, looking forward to it. Next up, we have Catwoman number 7. They've finished the first story arc in the Catwoman series, so I'm curious to see where it goes from here. But I've really enjoyed it so far, so we'll see what happens with Selina. Next up, we have Detective Comics number 996. Yes, we are counting down to 1,000. Technically, it's counting up. But, yeah. The Tomasi's run so far on Detective has been fantastic. I'm really curious to see what happens in this issue. And I cannot wait for issue 1000. Issue 1000 actually comes out in March. So for those of you who are wanting to get in on the 1000 action, Comics Conspiracy is selling sets of the 10 main covers plus the blank variant. You can go to comicsconspiracy.biz, and there's should be something on the page for the pre-order for Detective Comics 1000. We're selling sets of the 11 covers, and we're also selling sets that include the 80-year anniversary issue, or like deluxe edition hardcover like Action had. Detective's getting one as well, or you can order that separately, but we are taking pre-orders for that. There'll be a link in the description below for that stuff if you want to check it out. It's probably best to pre-order at least those main covers. That way your shop knows what you want and you get it. So yeah, so link in the description below for Detective 1000 pre-orders. Check it out. Next up, we have Flash number 62. Williamson's just done an amazing job on Flash. I can't wait to read it every time it comes out. So we'll see what happens in this issue. Next up, we have Jeff Lemire and Andre Sorrentino's Gideon Falls. This book is just really amazing. I really enjoy it. It's dark, it's gritty, it's just awesome. The Lemire and Sorrentino are just such a perfect creative team. Like, it's just fantastic. Next up, we have Hawkman number 8. Apparently, we are finding out the secret hero of Krypton. So we'll see what goes on with Carter Hall in this. Vendetti's done a fantastic job on Hawkman. If you have not yet checked out Hawkman, I highly recommend it. It's a really good series. Next up, we have Isola number 6. This is Isola is just really cool. The art's really fantastic on it. I'm not really too sure what's going on in the book because a lot of the world building I haven't seen, but or it hasn't actually happened too much. But I really enjoy it, and it's a really beautiful book. So check it out for yourself if you get a chance. For those of you who get Isola, your shop may have ordered the Isola prologue, giving it away to people who get Isola. This collects 5 chapters that were originally in Motor Crush for the lead in to Isola. So yeah, pick it up if you get Isola. Next up, we have Justice League Dark number 7. Yeah, I don't know. Tyrion the Fourth has just done a fantastic job on this book. I really enjoy it. It's fun. The Justice League Dark, the Magic Justice League team is just a really cool dynamic, and it really works with the collection of characters that they use. Really great stuff. If you're really curious about Justice League Dark, do pick up the Justice League Dark stuff from New 52. That series was fantastic. I'm just glad they've brought it back with the Rebirth stuff, and we're getting Justice League Dark again. Next up, we have Red Hood Outlaw number 30. Jason Todd is going across the United States, just issuing some vigilante justice. So, yep, he's all by himself. Well, not really. Everybody seems to be teaming up with him almost every issue, but who knows. Next up, we have Scooby Apocalypse number 33. This book is just fun. Every month, it's just a fun read to get into. So, if you're curious and want to check out Scooby and the gang in a post-apocalyptic world of monsters created by nanites and all that good stuff, check it out. Next up, we have Shadowman at number 11. Andy Diggle's been doing a great job with Shadowman. This series has been really, really good. I've enjoyed it. Shadow Man has suffered from some runs, but I really enjoyed this one so far. Next up is the final issue of this series, and that's Suicide Squad number 50. Suicide Squad's last issue, but they're basically going to bring it back within a few months, so the new number 1. But, yep, so I'm going to check out this, see how it ends. Love the Jim Lee artwork on it. It's fantastic. Next up we have Supergirl number 26. Supergirl is still trying to track down the mysteries of I can never pronounce that stupid guy's name. Yeah, and getting into some crazy stuff of her own, but really, really great stuff. Mark Andreyko's done a fantastic job on that, and the Supergirl book is great. Next up we have Superman number 7. Apparently we are going to be checking out the lost years for Superboy, because he came back and he's older, but when he left he was younger, and when Lois came back she wasn't much older, so not sure what's really going on with that, but hopefully this will help explain some of that stuff. But Bendis' Superman's been really good. I've been really enjoying it. Next up we have Titans number 33. Abbott's finally going back to a previous story arc that happened where Raven has lost her soul. So we're going to see what happens with that. But I've really enjoyed Titans. It's really good since Abnett took over. And finally on my pull list is Wonder Woman number 62. Wilson's done an okay job with Wonder Woman. It's gotten a little bit better as issues have gone on, but you can definitely tell Wilson's getting her feet underneath the character. So we'll see. I'm curious to see what happens with it. But overall, it's not as good as the Rucka stuff or the Robinson stuff prior, but I've enjoyed it, so keep going with it. And bunch of variants this week for you to check out. The first one is for the Batman Who Laughs number 2. Awesome variant there. Catwoman, of course, had an awesome one. Pretty cool stuff. Detective for $9.96. Flash had a Rogues Gallery Jay Lee. I'm not a big Jay Lee fan, but it's got a lot of the Rogues Gallery and it's all craziness, so I picked it up. Red Hood Outlaw 30 had a pretty cool variant cover, so I snagged that one up there. And then Suicide Squad 50 had this variant cover, which I thought they would do a wraparound and have other characters, but it's not. There's just an ad on the back. So it's kind of a disappointment that they didn't take advantage of it being an issue 50 and doing a wraparound cover. We'll see. Of course, Art Germ gave us a awesome Supergirl 26 variant cover. Make sure you snag that one up. David Finch did the variant for Superman 7, which this is an example of David Finch rushed artwork. Normally David Finch's art is fantastic, but this one just leaves a little to be desired. Looks like it was rushed. If you're ever curious about rushed David Finch artwork, see Forever Evil, the later issues. And finally, Wonder Woman 62 had a variant cover. Snagged that one up there. It's not the normal variant artist, but hey, it's still a cool cover. So that's it for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you like what you see here, leave your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking. If you have any questions, all that stuff. Be nice in the comments, everybody. It just makes us all better people. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @BrockSager. You can also listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just recorded episode 384, where we talk sales charts for 2018 from both Diamond and Comics Conspiracy, and we go on a long back and forth discussion about the comic book industry is dying and what can be done to save it. And the comic book industry isn't really dying. It's really one of those things that there's a lot of things that go on in the comic book industry, especially on the retail end and the publishing end. And so there are things that don't really work out and things that do work out. And if you're not aware or got your, finger on the pulse of the comic book world, you're not going to have a shop that stays open for very long. So a lot of people freak out when they see these stores, stores that have been around for a while closing and all that stuff. But again, it's just rising costs of rent and all that stuff. Just a lot of stuff to take into consideration. And if you're ordering not to sell out, and you're ordering to have and having copies left on the shelf, you're just throwing money away. That would be your profit. So, yeah. But I don't know. There's ways to do things and ways not to do things. That's all I know. So we talk at length about that on episode 384 of the Comics Conspiracy Podcast. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees, getting food sometimes, and getting new product. So thank you very much to all our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. We do have a new backer that it has a comic book coming out called Neon Future. It is in this previews catalog. Let me see if I can find it for you. I just don't remember the name of the company that it came from. That's always an issue. But yeah, Neon Future. So if you're curious, it is going to be in the previews. Oh, I think it's Impact. Let me go to that. Yep, there we go. Yep. Impact Theory. It's a new publishing company. They are coming out with a book called, let me show you right there, Neon Future. There's 3 covers available. They're all open order covers. Yeah, if you're curious, check it out. I'm actually going to check it out. The writer is Jim Kruger and Various. Jim Kruger is known for his work on Justice with Alex Ross. So, yeah. And I'm really curious to check it out. So, first issue's 40 pages for $3.99. Can't beat that. So if you're curious, get down to your local shop and pre-order that bad boy. If you use a Comic Hub through your store, you can easily find it by searching through the order product. If you're at Comics Conspiracy, again, you can pre-order it through us. You can contact a store directly, or you can use the app and just look up Neon Future #1. It's released in March. So definitely put that on your list of stuff to check out. It's always cool to check out new books. So yeah, I pre-ordered it last night while we were recording the podcast. So check that one out. Neon Future #1. What else do I got? Oh, you can help me out a little more directly. Any of the links here in the description below that lead to Amazon or on my website, conspiratorbrock.com. If you click on those and buy something, it helps out immensely. You can also check out my eBay page where I sell stuff. I don't think I have anything up right now, but always check back or save me as a seller. And I'm constantly relisting stuff and putting new stuff up. To those of you who have bought from me, thank you, appreciate it. It helps immensely. Every little bit does help me out. So thank you guys very much for the support. And that's it. Yeah, no special orders this week, no graphic novels, fairly light, just straight comic book week for me this week. Hopefully I'll be getting a statue here soon to do an unboxing video for you. I have no idea what's coming down the pipeline. I know I've ordered a ton of statues over the past year, so eventually they will come in. But if it's close to December, they'll come in right beforehand. So, yeah. So thanks for watching, and guess what? I'll see you next week.